You ever look at someone and just wonder, how did they build such a powerful personal brand? It almost feels like magic. But what if it's not magic at all? What if it's a system? Well, today we're going to tear down and look at the blueprint for exactly that. We're deconstructing a really fascinating framework from Pete Kane that's all about building a personal influence ecosystem. So let's dive in and see how it all fits together.
All right, the whole thing really comes down to this one simple question. What even is a key person of influence? Because, it's more than just being good at what you do. It's about becoming the person people think of in your field, the absolute go-to. So here's the big idea. A key person of influence is someone who's built a platform that pretty much works for them. It's this awesome mix of three things. First, you need authority, right? So people trust you. Then you need visibility, so people can actually find you. And the secret sauce? Automation. That's what creates a self-sustaining engine to keep it all going. That's the destination. That's what we're aiming for here.
Okay, so first things first. Every skyscraper needs a rock-solid foundation. And in this journey, that starts with your digital groundwork. We're not just talking about, throwing up a website. This is about creating the launchpad for literally everything else that's going to come. This roadmap for a podcast is a perfect example of how the system works in practice. So step one is all about building those core assets, your podcast, your YouTube channel, the places where you actually have a voice. Then step two is where you get smart about it. It's about efficiency, automating things like booking so you can spend your time making great content. And finally, step three is where you scale. You start using strategic tools to really push your influence out there. See that? It's a really clear path. Create, optimize, and then expand.
So once that foundation is solid, it's time to start building up. Because, let's face it, a great platform is kind of useless if you don't have the skills to actually use it, right? So this next part is all about tooling up and expanding that skill set.
And get this, the system breaks it down into 9 distinct skill areas. That really tells you something, doesn't it? True influence isn't about mastering just one thing. It's about having a whole collection of skills that all work together. And you can see here just how wide-ranging those skills are. It goes from the really practical stuff, like how to launch a podcast, all the way to super strategic things, like building high-value partnerships. It seems like the whole philosophy is about 2 things. 1, turning your expertise into something you can sell and scale, and 2, making yourself more efficient so you can actually deliver it. Now, what's really interesting is how this framework uses AI. It's not what you might think. This quote just nails it. It's not about just messing around with random prompts. It's about using AI with real precision as a strategic tool for your business. And here's the big difference. The framework really hammers home. So many of us, right, we're stuck over here on the left, typing in random prompts, getting back generic stuff that's not really useful. The whole goal is to shift to the right side, to use AI with purpose, with precision, to build actual tangible business assets. You can see the focus is absolutely on practical results, not just theory. The goal is to walk out of a workshop with concrete things in your hand, like a fully fleshed out customer persona or a journey map. These aren't just fuzzy ideas, they're foundational documents for your business. The promise is actually super simple, but it's powerful. You walk in with a head full of scattered ideas, and you walk out with total clarity, a solid structure, and real momentum. That transformation is the whole point. All right, so you've got your foundation. You're building up your skills. So what's next? Well, this is where the framework suggests it's time to shift gears, to move from learning at your own pace to getting some personalized acceleration. It's all about unlocking your highest level of performance. And a huge tool for this is the strategy session. You can kind of think of it like a checkup for your brand. It's a super focused deep dive to find opportunities, figure out what's holding you back, and map out exactly what you need to do next. And again, the focus is all on action. This isn't about navel-gazing or theory. It's about getting a personalized, actionable plan that you can literally start using tomorrow to get real results. Now, for ongoing support, the system brings in live coaching. And it seems like the real magic here isn't just the expert advice. It's that combo of proven strategies and a community that has your back. That accountability from other people, that's so often the one thing that's missing when you're trying to do it all on your own. This question really gets to the heart of this stage. It's positioned as the key to breaking through that wall, right? Helping you hit that next level of influence when just working by yourself starts to feel like you're running in place. And finally, We all know that influence is not a solo sport. It's not built in a vacuum. So the last piece of this entire puzzle is the environment you put yourself in, the ecosystem that's designed to keep you connected, growing, and inspired for the long haul.
A big part of that ecosystem is the centralized media hub. The idea is brilliant, really. It's creating a single library, a one-stop shop for all the content, podcasts, videos, blogs, so that you've always got easy access to learning and inspiration.
And this shows you how it all works in real life. It's this really cool mix of big, high-impact events and workshops, but also these consistent, small touch points, like a weekly virtual coffee. It's that combination that creates this constant feeling of support and community, so you never feel like you're out there on your own. So there you have it. When you break it all down, this framework lays out a pretty clear journey to becoming a key person of influence. It's a path through 4 stages: building your foundation, leveling up your skills, hitting high performance, and finally joining the ecosystem. It's a structured road from A to B. So it really just leaves you with one big question to think about. When you look at this path, what's the very next step for you?